In July 2025, the UK government designated Palestine Action a direct action protest group targeting Israeli-linked armed companies a terrorist organisation. It's the first time that a UK-based protest movement was banned under anti-terror legislation without engaging in violence against people. So peaceful supporters now face arrest and prosecution under UK terrorism law. So Palestine Action was actually prescribed alongside two other groups. These groups were white supremacist neo-Nazi groups, Russian Imperial Movement and the Maniacs Murder Cult, so they were violent extremists. The decision to group Palestine Action with these organisations in a single statutory instrument meant that MPs couldn't vote on each case separately, and this caused criticism that the process was engineered to suppress dissent. Palestine Action co-founder Huda Amouri is mounting a judicial review and argues that the ban is a disproportionate violation of free speech and the right to protest. The High Court has ruled that her case is reasonably arguable and allows it to proceed, and this outcome could set a legal precedent for how protest is treated under anti-terror law. Despite Israel's ongoing military operations in Gaza, the UK has continued exporting military equipment including F-35 fighter jet parts under open licenses. Although some export licenses were suspended in 2024, over £100 million in military goods have been approved within the same period. In the past few days, Keir Starmer has said that the UK will recognise Palestinian statehood at the UN unless Israel agrees to allow humanitarian aid into Gaza, halts annexation in the West Bank and agrees to a ceasefire. The word unless frames recognition of Palestine not as a right but as a conditional tool of leverage, reinforces the idea that Palestinian statehood is dependent on Israel's behaviour. It makes it seem as though Palestine's legal rights are negotiable rather than inherent under international law. The ban on Palestine Action has led to sweeping crackdowns on protesters. We've seen elderly women and students being detained under terrorism laws. People are being restricted just for expressing support, not just for Palestine Action, but for Palestine. This suggests that the UK government is actively protecting Israeli interests, especially in arms and diplomacy, and criminalises those who challenge them. It's a symbolic gesture to say that you'll recognise Palestinian statehood, but the UK's legal and material actions show a clear bias. They're controlling the narrative and limiting accountability. The ban on Palestine Action sets a precedent for protests across the UK. Huda Amouri's legal case is a vital challenge to the government and their use of terrorism law as a political tool. Support those facing criminalisation, defend the right to protest, and demand that Palestinian rights are recognised unconditionally, not used as bargaining chips.